What's up, guys? Brandon with Strict Vision Athletics here with the official product review for the Assault Runner Elite. So excited to get into this with you guys. I have been a huge fan of Assault Fitness for many years. I've had their original model, the Pro Runner, and the bike. I've used it for all my cardio. Big fans of their company. This is a very cool machine. So let's get into it. As you guys know, if you follow our page, we do our reviews based on price, quality, usage, footprint, and customer service. So 5 categories. Each one will get a score. Let's start with pricing. So when it comes to this bad boy, it's a haircut. This is an expensive piece of equipment. This is not cheap, and this is not anywhere close to being what I would consider a smoking deal if you're just taking it from the pricing alone. Now, we're going to get into, as I said, 5 categories, but just going off of the pricing, $4,000 to get this bad boy inside of your gym. That's what this thing costs. It retails at $4K. That's $1,000 more than the original model they made. They made the Pro model, which I also had. It worked fine. It's a great model. That thing went for $3,000. So either way, whether you go Pro or Elite, you are going to spend money. Now, that being said, treadmills are among some of the most expensive pieces of equipment you will find in the world. They just are. This is a self-propelled treadmill, which I personally love. It's my favorite type of treadmill. I don't like treadmills that have a motor that I have to generate and stay with. I would rather be the motor, making my own speed, and therefore controlling how it is that I move. I just think it's a much more organic running stride. It feels much more comfortable on your gait. But again, to get this model inside of your house, it's $4,000. So I'm going to give that a 5.8. 5.8, just in recognition of the fact that this is a lot of money. For some people, $4,000 is like half the cost of their home gym. So if you are considering a model like this, of this capacity, know that you will have to budget it and understand what it is that you are getting into. So that is pricing. Now let's go into quality. Quality is certainly the score that will justify that price when it comes to what this thing can do. This is the best treadmill in the world. I really mean that. If I could pick any treadmill in the world to have in this facility, I would have the Assault Air Runner Elite. I would, honestly. And I wanted it here. Like I said, I've been a longtime fan of Assault Fitness from the time they had their Pro model, which I had for years. And now to be upgraded to the Elite is just a dream come true for me. This thing is incredible. It does not require an outlet. There is no power source to it. The only power source you will need is your batteries inside of your display up here. The display is incredible. Shows your interval programs, your target programs, your heart rate. You can change your metrics on as far as distance. You can do split time. There's a whole lot of different stuff you can do, and it's very simple and easy to understand. Assault Fitness did an awesome job on making this thing for dummies like me who don't want to do a ton of different schematics in order to run. Sometimes you just want to run. And if I want to do interval programs or any of the things I just mentioned, it's very simple and straightforward. So again, the quality of this is outstanding. 8.9. 8.9 is the score I'm going to give. While it does cost a lot of money, you are getting something that you know is going to be a lifetime treadmill. That is what this is. This is an amazing piece of technology. Assault Fitness has outdone themselves. This is their Elite model, so this is the top of the line of the top of the line. So well done to Assault Fitness. 8.9 for the quality. Usage. So the usage score is interesting on this one. Usage is a score that I give so that I can show the bandwidth of different variability as far as training when it comes to the piece of equipment itself. For example, any sort of a dumbbell, you can do dozens and dozens of different movement patterns just using the dumbbell. By its nature, that's what it's designed for, is to do a wide array of different movement patterns. You can run on the Assault Air Runner Elite. Now you can run very comfortably, you can do interval running, you can do distance, you can do everything I mentioned, but you can do really one thing, and that is run. So the usage score is going to reflect that. This machine, while it is the best in the world at what it does, it really only does one thing. In light of that, the usage score for the runner, and really for just about any treadmill that only does running, would end up being in the 5s. So the usage score for this, a 5.9. 5.9, that is what you can expect from this, is just the most comfortable ability to run, but that is really all you can expect from this treadmill. So in light of that 5.9 for the usage score, footprint. Okay, Now here is another thing that you are going to have to understand when you get into this. When you start pricing out a treadmill of any kind, you are looking at something that is not small, that is not light, that is going to need its own designated home in your gym, your home gym, or wherever it is you're going to be putting this. This thing takes up room. It's not small, it's large. In light of that, we're going to give this thing a score of 5.5. 5.5 for the footprint. It's just by design a big piece. It's not going to get a great score in this category, and nor should it be any smaller. It's just a larger piece, and you need to account for that when you decide to buy. So 5.5 for the footprint. Let's get to customer service. Customer service, this score is going to be the same as it's been for all the other scores from Assault Fitness, because I love Assault Fitness and the education, the time, and the dedication that they have put into their equipment and their company as a whole. They care that you understand what it is you are getting into. They want to know that you understand how to start, progress, or regress your progress on this unit. This unit especially, because as I said, this is not a treadmill with a motor that is just going to turn on and go and you can just go with it. No, you have to have an understanding on how this feels. These treadmills have a very specific feeling to them as opposed to other treadmills. Any curved treadmill that you are pushing yourself, you're going to require some knowledge on how to actually do that. Assault Fitness has done a really good job with their social media, with their customer base team. They answer any questions that you have. They've done an awesome job for that. In light of the fact that they've been so great, we're going to give this a 9.4. 9.4 for the customer service. That's for the Assault Runner Elite and for Assault Fitness in general. Again, I love this company. They've done an amazing job, and that score is reflective of how good they've done running their company and producing the highest level of cardio equipment that you'll ever find in the world. Now, the overall score, the total score for the Assault Runner Elite is a 7.1. 7.1. It's no secret that the usage and the footprint and the price dinged this score overall. It's a lot of money. It's a big piece of equipment that's going to take a lot of room, and it really only does one or two things. So the score is reflective of that. But the customer service and the quality of the actual product itself are the redeeming factors. Things to always remember when you are buying. You want to make sure that if something goes wrong, God forbid, you are purchasing from a company that will honor the way they sell, that will be able to answer your questions or replace the item if something has gone terribly wrong. And you're going to want to know that the quality of the product is such that you should never even have to go down that road to begin with. That's Assault Fitness, and that is the Assault Runner Elite. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, if you disagree with the score I gave or want to see us review something else, please let us know in the comments below.